Hey guys, welcome back, or if you're new, hey, how's your week been? Mine has been pretty good. Today I'm here with book review. And this is actually not a Goosebumps one, but instead, I've been reading these last few days. It is Bendy The Lost Ones. Yeah, they actually make Bendy books. And I'm going to review this one and stuff. But before I review it, we went to Walmart today, and because I have such good grades, I actually got a few things. Well, two really. Here's one of them: a Bendy figure. Um, there's Bendy, the Ink Demon, Audrey, and Tom, and Bendy is the only figure I got. Audrey was there as well, but Bendy is so much cooler. Man, these cost $15. What a rip. Well, not really, but I mean, I don't know. It's just expensive, I guess. $10 or 12 is better. I mean, it looks really cool though. I'm not gonna open it though. Sorry. Well, I mean I am, but not not recording, not on video. And after this video, I actually have a new game. Okay, I want you to guess what my favorite video game series is. If you said Bendy, no. But I think we all know what it is. After all, it started this channel, so that should really tell you. It's in a Walmart bag too. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, and I'm gonna play it and upload a video on it. And yeah, I can't wait to play this. I heard it's a really good game. It's on Game Boy. Yeah, it's like a remake version, but I don't care because I don't got a Game Boy, and I got a Switch, so we can play it. I can't wait to play this. I can't wait. Man, this is going to be fire. Well, probably. I mean, imagine if it's terrible. You know how much that would suck? Especially when you spend $60 on it. So, that's all I wanted. Now, let's just get on with the Bendy book review. Oh, 16 subscribers? Thank you guys very much. So, it starts out with Wally Franks, a character from Bendy, and he's talking to Tom, and he's like, "Oh yeah, are you guys moving the ink machine or something?" And Tom's kind of grumpy. He's like, and Tom is like, and then when he hears that, he's like, just like frozen and shocked. Yeah, so Wally's like cleaning up, and then he just talks to Tom, and then and that's it. That's the end of the first chapter. Then we have Bill, Brant, and Constance? I don't even know how to say it. And these are three characters. So here's how this book works. So at the beginning, they're at like a set because the girl Constant is filling in for her sister Molly to use the horse and jump into a pool. So we kind of see Bill's, who is like a rich kid, or William Chambers, or something like that, but his name is just Bill, and he's like his dad is very famous, and so is he. He's rich, got all them good money, especially in the 1946. So, yeah. Then you have Brent, who's like just a guy who wants to be a news reporter, wants to write stories and stuff. And then you have Constant, who's doing this horse thing. So you kind of get to see. So it's like one scene. It's like at school, I guess, when there's like three people arguing. But let's say each chapter you see each of their different stories on that one scene. That's kind of what this book is. It's like, or at least the start, or like the first half of the book is like this. You get to see three different characters and how they react to this one scene, which is pretty nice. The flow is pretty good. It's not like this. It actually managed to flow pretty smoothly, and that's why it works. Also, the cover by Jeff Shake, nice. And Andrea Crates is the one who wrote this, so give them credit. Yeah, it looks pretty good. This is Bendy Lost Ones. Did I say that? All right. Oh yeah, spoilers. Whoops, I did not say that though. and you and then you get to like see them at like a movie theater because they were working on a scene with Constant and the horse in the jumping in the pool. That was like a scene for their movie in Atlanta because that's where they are. But his dad or Bill's dad kind of sends like he usually has New York people with him, like rich people from New York to watch this movie. He usually does at his parties and stuff. And Bill and Bryant they meet, have a few drinks, but Bill doesn't want to be like this rich stereotype. And what I mean by that is rich people they are usually they could and like a lot of movies and stuff. Rich people are usually the scum guys. Not all the time. Some rich people are pretty nice, but in some like movies and books, rich people are scummy, and he doesn't want to act like this rich guy, and he wants to actually work. And he just doesn't want to be like his dad at all, which I like. And Brian's he's just kind of like going up to Bill. He's trying to get a story from him, so he's like faking, like 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 he just wants to. He only talks to Bill, not because he's really his friend. Well, like I mean, later in the book they technically are friends, but because he just wants a story of something. He even stalks him at some parts. Oh yeah, Constant meets a girl named Andrew. Andrew's a nice guy. He's a decent man, but Constant's not in love with him. Yeah, they go on a few. Yeah, they go on a date at one part of the book, or like two scenes of the book. They go on dates, and she doesn't want to be with him, but the whole family's like, yeah, you. And it's like they're all happy, and she's like, well, I'm just gonna stay with this guy. I guess he's decent enough. They do eventually break up and stuff. So what I know what you're thinking. You may be thinking, okay, what does this have to do with Bendy? I swear, it does actually have to do with Bendy. Unlike Goosebumps Legend of the Lost Legend, where it has absolutely nothing Goosebumps feeling at all. Well, anything Goosebumps horror, children horror at least. But this does. This actually has a decent role for Bendy. So in this, we don't really see much of the cartoon realm. I don't think. Oh well, this is like 290 pages, so it's a pretty long book as well. Um, Bill is working. Oh yeah, there's a guy named Scott, Thomas Connor's right hand man in the Gent Corporation. Yeah, Connor has a few chapters, like two, I think, and that's it. Only like 5 pages in total. Uh, yeah, Scott's like his right hand man. Oh yeah, Bill can fix things. He's like an engineer. He fixes a light one part. Pretty at the like party. Pretty good of him. They he decides to go work for Jet for free too. And after working there with Scott, Thomas is like, "Hey, can I show you something?" And he's like, "Okay, yeah, you can show me." And the guy, and then we see the machine, the man who made it, Joey Drew. Well, we don't see Joey Drew. We see the machine. And he's like, "Keep it a secret." He actually breaks that almost as soon as as soon as it's like he almost breaks the promise almost instantly because he shows Constant that, and Brent's like Brent knows. He's like, oh, go stalk them, and he's like in the taxi car, and he's like, follow them, and then he just goes up there. He just wants the story, so they see the ink machine. They open the secret door. Well, Brent does really. He's like, I want to go. I want to go see what's in that, and they're like, I don't know about that. And they're like, yeah, we're doing it. Too bad. They do, and they release the ink demon, and the ink demon doesn't really kill any of them, but Brent gets stuck in like a door or something where they try to escape and they can't help him. So then he becomes one of the lost ones. And like ink gets on Bill and Constant. Why am I mentioning ink? Because the ink is actually probably the most biggest role in the whole book. Or at least the second half is really important of the ink. So Constant always has more fury now because of the ink. And there's like a ghost at one point. I don't know. Like a whisper. She touched this ink on a beetle. and it's like, okay, it's like it drives, and she's now very angry. The ink has turned her feelings into like, because she's actually a pretty decent person, but now she's like angry. Bill has now been turned into a chicken, like hearing stuff, thinking ghosts are around at the party. Oh yeah, he meets Allison Pendle, the voice of Alice, meets well doesn't well meets Joey Drew. Yeah, Joey Drew is there himself, and yeah, so they like explore. Joey and Thomas and even Bill go at this one place, back to that place, like the ink machine, and go over there, and Bill's like, after, because Scott is like a madman now. He's like, Bill's like, I'm out of here. I'm running away, and they never, ever, 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 ever come back. Which is kind of a shame. They should have really came back, but they actually don't. And oh, sorry guys, my back is really hurting. So yeah, she, Bill, when at is like, oh yeah, we gotta keep this secret constant, and she's like, no, I don't want to, and she experiments. She found an antidote to free them, or something like that. So Bill goes over there and like says, yo, I apologize, and she's like, okay, it's okay. So the ink has messed with them, basically. The ink is messing with them. It's making Bill a wimp. It makes constant like more angry, and Bill is there, and they find an antidote, and they put like a medallion, like the antidote, inside Brant. Oh, wait, what? I know you're thinking, wait, what? Well, this mysterious voice that I mentioned, which is only in the book 2 times, is actually Brant, I think. Yeah, it is. It's hard to explain, but like the ghost like stabs himself or like explodes, and then Brant is back. Yeah, so Brant dies and then comes back, and then they're like, we have to destroy the ink machine. Oh yeah, he reveals things that Joey Drew is moving this place, the ink machine, to Atlanta when it's fixed, to back to New York. So they're like, this ink machine is evil. We've seen what it did. It killed Brant. It turned Bill into a wimp, and it turned Constant into the Hulk. Not really, but like, you know how the Hulk is always mad. That's what I'm trying to say. And they're like, we gotta destroy it. They go over there, and the ink demon is back. So what does Bill do? I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. He just gives up. He just stands frozen in terror, like this, and then just dies. And it's like, okay. And Brent is like, oh yeah, that antidote you gave me, yeah, that ain't gonna. That's like a cure for 5 seconds. Well, it's like a cure for short. Here's what I'm trying to say. Like, let's say you have cancer, and then I give you like you think you're cured for like only 5 days, but you're not. But you're not cured for the rest of your life. Oh no, you're only cured for like one day. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's basically what's happening to Brent. He's still going to become an ink person. He tells Constant, "You should get out of here, go home. You're not going to win." And she runs. She gets out of there. Uh, heck, I believe they don't really say who is in this, but I think Boris. Yeah, Boris himself helps her. Scott does not help her. Scott's just still a madman, like Sammy. I guess that's a great example. And then she escapes. She actually got out of there. Brent fights the sucker. Yeah, fights him with a wrench. Nice, good a few hits on that rep too. Yeah, hit him with your best shot too. Like smack that sucker, the ink demon. But he still loses. He still gets. He wasn't gonna win anyways. He knows it's his time. Heck, even Bill comes back as like one of the lost one, and so does Brent. So they're both dead. Yeah, both of them. Yeah, they're dead. And Constant got out. Okay, so hey, yeah, sucks that two out of three of our main characters got killed. But hey, at least one gets to live. So that's pretty good. And then so get back to what I was saying. She escapes, and then there's her car. And she's like, hey, where are you going? And she's like, oh, I'm just going to go to Atlanta. He's like, oh, that's not so far. This in person. And then they get in, but she kind of like hears Scott's voice. And then the person in the car is Joey Drew. So, yeah. Nobody in this book gets a good ending, I don't, in my opinion. You could say Constant lives, but I think Joey kind of I think here's how I think that's how the book ends, by the way. Oh yeah, the ink machine talks at the very end too, I believe, or in the very beginning as well. Or some like a voice or something, I don't know. And so that's how the book ends. Yeah, Bill gets killed, Bryant gets comes back to life and then gets killed again. And then Constant, although her fate is unknown, I'm just gonna take a guess that she was probably killed. Because if Joey knew about her and saw her like escape the little place, he probably drove her back there and killed her, or made her suffer, or maybe she just never escapes him. She can't ever get away. She'll be haunted forever. That's what I believe, anyways. She could have a good ending, but based on what I'm seeing, I don't think she got a good ending in the book. So what do I think? I think it is a pretty good book, actually. I really think it's a pretty solid book. Is it a masterpiece? Absolutely not. But it is pretty good, honestly. Even if my voice doesn't make it seem like it is. Oh, have I shown you this? It says, my BFF, Ida Forte. You, that's just some girl at my school. I don't actually think she's my BFF. It was just like a funny thing I made on my last day of school, which was yesterday. So, yeah, great cover art. I kind of get what the Lost Ones are. The Lost Ones in the video games are crazy mad people. So, Bill and Brent are now becoming Lost Ones, and so is Constant. That makes a lot of sense. Or that's what I think it's trying to say, anyways. I like the three character thing. Sure, you could follow one character, but it doesn't it doesn't ruin the flow. It makes it nice and steady, and that's why it works. The characters are good. The writing is good. Horror, I don't think it's scary, but it's not that bad. It's very action, suspenseful, drama, and dreadful, I guess. That's how I describe it. And it actually has some creepy moments in here. Pretty dark things. Well, I don't know if I'd say pretty dark. It has some disturbing things, little creepy moments. So those are all helping the book. Um, uh, Thankfully, the characters are likable, and the characters who you don't like aren't supposed to be likable, like Andrew. Like, I don't hate Andrew, but like I don't think he's supposed to be likable in the book. So they did their job right. So, oh, negatives. One negative thing I gotta say. Bill's death sucks. It is stupid. I mean, I get it. He was scared. So when he just stands still, shocked in fear or frozen in fear, it makes sense, I guess. But I don't know. It kind of felt a little rushed. And I don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think the characters are amazing, but that's like not even that. That's not even a big negative. That's just me being nitpicky. I'll be honest. And I don't like how one part of the book, Bryant is being like, when he's like stuck in the door, it feels like 10 pages of them. Oh please, we have to save him. But Bill's like, we can't. I'm sorry. And it's not like, and these are like, this is how long each page is. Okay, And this is not a great example. Yeah, they're like this long. And I mean, oh yeah, did I should each chapter will say the person's name and have like ink like at the very top. So sometimes you can't even see the number, which I think that's what they were going for. Which I do kind of like that. That was a nice try. That was a good attempt, and it succeeded. So like, I don't know why. Like, I mean, you could just cut this down to like a 2 to 3 page, but they make it seem like it goes on for 10. It's like, no, why? It's like, imagine. Hold on, let me get a drink, please. It's like, going through. Imagine like playing a video game, and them talking about the person's clothes or the animal or the robot's computer program. Okay, imagine that one simple scene that could last for like 2 to 3 minutes. It should last for 15 minutes. You know how bored you get? Or talking about a cockroach. Okay, that could have like 2 to 3 lines. Okay. But they make it go on for 20 pages. That's what this feels like. I mean, they don't have to. I mean, I get it's a big part, and it don't need to be erased. It just doesn't need to feel this long. It doesn't need to feel like 10% of the book. Well, it's not really, but it doesn't need to feel like a whole 10 pages. It just says like, okay, we can't leave them. Oh, no. And they do that 50 times. And it's like, my goodness. Thankfully, that's only one part of the book. And I don't like, uh, I don't like how, in one part of the book, they're like, or something like that. I think they're making like they're like calling boys stupid. And that is one thing I hate. Or men stupid. I despise those type of jokes. Those are one of the worst jokes in when you make fun of genders. I'm sorry to say that. Like, oh, they're so slow. Boys are so stupid. It's not funny. If I said that, I'd get in some deep trouble. Are you kidding me? I do not like these jokes, and the girl is trying too hard, constant sometimes. It's trying to make it seem like the girl needs to be so powerful, so much better than these Bill and Brent sometimes. And it feels like, what's the word? Is it feminist? Is that the right word? I don't mean to get people mad, because this is what I just think, so this is my opinion, too. I don't feel like, I don't, I mean, it's okay to have a strong female character. I'd have no issue with that. But when they're making fun of boys over here, it's like, no, that is not fun. Nobody likes these. Nobody likes these jokes. Nobody likes those. When the girl just pushes the guys, makes them look like a joke, and makes her look so much better. Nobody likes that. Nobody. Now, that goes the same. Like, if a boy just pushes a girl as a joke and just made jokes about that, I wouldn't like that either. And people get upset about that. You know why? Because it's stupid. Okay, thankfully it wasn't like upsetting, but there was one part where they're like, "Oh, boys, they're so, they only think about themselves. Oh yeah, they told you to run so you could be safe. That's sure thinking about themselves. Are you kidding me? How stupid could you be? That's literally in the book. One part of this book, it wasn't very long, where they say, oh, Constance, like, oh, you're only thinking about yourself. Oh yeah, telling you to run to safety so you won't die. Are you kidding me? And you have the guts to say, nobody likes these parts. So what would I give it? 8.6 out of 10. Yeah, this is a really, 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 really good book. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, this is the best book I've reviewed on the channel. No debate. Second would be the second would probably be Slappy Birthday to You. But wait. No, second would be Son of Slappy, and third would be Slappy Birthday to You. Those are my top 3 favorite books that I've reviewed on the channel. Like, not the reviews themselves, the book themselves. So, yeah, they're like, it's a good book. I just don't like this 2010, like this over dragged scene about, oh, we gotta save Bill, but we can't. The like feminist jokes about how weak men are, and nobody like, I hate those. Well, I actually didn't hate them in this book. I know. That I know I kind of sounded like I despised it, but I didn't. And what was the other issue? And Bill's death. I actually liked the ending. Yeah, unfortunately they all get a bad ending. This is an unpopular opinion, but I thought that was really good. So maybe hit that like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, yeah. This is a good book. I'll see you guys in the next one. Can't can't wait to play Paper Mario.